Hey, welcome to Crafty Peep. Happy Sunday. We'll wait till notifications go out. Hopefully they will. And I'll have to re-add. We're going to be doing a farmhouse, updating a floral arrangement, as well as decoupaging on a Easter napkin. Isn't that pretty? I hope you have had good weather. I know a lot of you all have not. It keeps getting dark here and then gets light out again, so we have had no rain. Not that I was hoping for any, but I wanted to see when it does rain if my fairy garden. Hey, Texas Chickie! Do you want to come up and be my Vanna? Stranger, or you just want to stay in chat? You can do either one, whatever works for you. But there's the link if you want to come up. Good to see you. Hi, Potter. Hi, Crazy Beans. I love it. You got to keep calling me that. I love it. Put my glasses on. I've written my friend from high school about the merch, and he has not written me back. They're downsizing, so I know he's busy packing, and he works full time. But still, I want an answer so I can go on to yet the third person, because I've gone through this. Oh man, okay. This will be the third person. I have never seen brie and broccoli quiche. Have you ever seen a recipe on a Easter napkin? I have not, but I will cut it out because I love quiche and I love brie. I just ordered some. Remember, I was going somewhere and I took it as a appetizer. The brie with pecans and cherry jam on top, and you put it up in a phyllo dough and bake it for 15 minutes. So that's what we'll be doing today. Hi, Margie. I want to send you some stuff on that. I need to stay in chat today. That is okay, Crafty or Texas Lassie. We need to still get together to get all your little goodies. Okay. We'll get started, and if you see Lavender Flower come in and wants to come up on panel, I'll glance over, and Potter or Texas Lassie give me all caps saying, Crafty Peeps. I just did a pre-programmed video because I'll be working 3 days this week. So I painted one and pretty much painted this too, but it was that dark color on the outside, and they were flanking my fireplace. And so I came with the Waverly Chalk Ivory and just painted it haphazardly all through there. And you'll see that it brings out all the grapes and work that you never really even appreciated before. And oops, I'll do the bottom. Then after it dries, you can come back with a little sanding block and take more of the paint off and leave all that in the grooves. You'll really like it. Have you finished the trays? No, we're going to be working on the trays too. The lovely trays. I still have 3 more sets to paint. I'm not going to do that today, but we will paint the jumbo yardsticks and get those glued on. And then I just painted the rim, and then I have a 8-inch boxwood topiary ball just to sit right on top of that. So it gives it an updated look, and you can really appreciate the work around your vase doing it that way. I was in here organizing a little bit, but if you guys want to watch more on Lori Daybell, you might have already seen it on Friday. I taped it, so it was a 2-hour Dateline called Mommy Doomsday. And it was all about Lori Daybell and Tammy Daybell's sister and brother-in-law were talking. It was very good. I'm going to give this egg. We got this egg for $2 from Dollar General. I'm just going to give it a quick ivory paint job before we decoupage that Easter onto it. You know what? I might do that celery green just for a different look. Let me see after I'm done painting this. Oh, I sure will. Yeah, the bunnies turned out really cute. Since they had just a beanbag body, I really couldn't put shorts on the guy, so he's got kind of like a burlap toga on. Oh, I think I did show those yesterday, but I'll show them again. My sister's the charter coordinator for the Astros, so she flies out tomorrow for her first charter. I don't think they start playing, right? They're just training. I don't know. I think she has to take them out to LA. All right, we'll keep this brush because we're going to paint those jumbo sticks. Oops, let me paint around here. Karen Lynn, hopefully she does not wake up. Hi. Don't be sorry, Lavender Flower. I don't expect you to be my Havana every day. She was up and she finally took two Benadryl. I said, get to bed. But she said, oh, you got to look at my disaster of a decoupaging napkins onto a coaster. It was salvageable. She can just sand it down and start anew. I think she didn't do the saran wrap. It still had a lot of wrinkles, so I told her what to do next time. But she said she was going to set her alarm. I said, no, 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 don't do that. All right. Let me go get the little bunnies. Oh, I found these for $1. You know how sometimes they're hard to find at Dollar Tree. Dollar General has a whole dollar shelving. And they're $1, and there's like 50 of them. So, and they're the 72 ones too. So. Just a minute. Let me get the rabbit. And I'll tell you what worked better. Look at my Mr. and Mrs. Bunny with the carrots. I got it TJ. No, I got it Hobby Lobby. And then I put a little decorative burlap and a little button. And then I just took ribbon and tied around and did a little dingleberries and a little button up there. And I have little earrings in her ears with a matching bow that matches his tie and suspenders. And then I couldn't really make short, so he just has little, I don't even know what you call that, a toga on. But didn't those turn out cute? I think for 2 nights I sprayed the tea on it, and that just didn't give me the look I was going for. I let them dry each night. So I think the second night hi Sakura girl. I used hi Tobird. I don't know if I said hi River. So the second night I put 2 tea bags in a bowl with that much water, and just kept on going over them, and they were pretty wet. And I did that for 2 nights, I believe, and got that desired look of beige. Yay, Potterlyn! Hi, Potterlyn.
Hello.
You haven't been up for a while.
I know.
You're another one that I don't think you get enough sleep either, girl. You've been working.
I missed what you were saying about Karen Lynn.
She texted me this morning, and she had a disaster with her coaster decoupaging on. It wasn't. She called it a disaster. And said her son was, Mom, what'd you do? She used an old pizza tray, and then it looked like it had like Mod Podge on either side or whatever. She said, I killed the Mod Podge, whatever. I said, no, you can just sand it down and paint it a cream color and then start anew. She said, okay. So she hadn't been to bed yet, and
she's pushing herself too hard.
She just took because her daughter tested positive yesterday.
Oh no, yeah.
So she's worried about her, of course.
Yeah, she wrote to me that she was going to go and drop stuff off outside her door. I'm like, you will do no such thing. You're not going anywhere near her.
Yeah.
You'll be a much better mother being alive than...
That's right. So that's killing her. And she to Benadryl, and I said, go to bed. She said, I have my alarm set for 3. I said, no, I'll block it. I'll block out. But if you haven't gone into Discord, it's on links, and Potter has been working her little tail off. So for some reason, Discord does not like my pictures. It what's it say? Compressing files. So I send them to Potter to upload them, and not only has she been uploading them, she has been saying what episode they're from. It's incredible. So go on to the link, and somebody was asking about making something. Well, you'll be able to find it very easy on there. So.
And for the last 5 or so episodes, there's a shopping list for each craft you make, which is on the spreadsheet. But if anyone wants one in particular, they can just ask, and I'll prepare one and send it to them.
Thank you.
I should say hello to all these people. So you say Margie and I say Margie. I wonder which one it is. Because I went to... Is it Margie, not Margie?
Margie. Are you Margie or Margie? Say G-E-E if you're Margie. And Texas Lassie is in here. She has had some family stuff, in health stuff. So I am so excited to see her in here.
I am too. Hello, Tobit Flanders. Hello, River, darling girl. Where's your mum?
Tober, you have 2 babies last summer and broke my heart to set them free. I hope they come back. Aw. we lived out in the country, so we had a thumper one year right at Easter time. You da bomb, Potter.
Thank you, Texas Lassie.
So
you're down.
Sorry, we used 4 of these for the 5-tiered trays, and I thought 3 of the jumbo. They come 3 to a pack at Home Depot. I thought they were $2.96 for some reason. They're only 96 cents. So
for 3 big ones for 96,
or 10 of the regular paint sticks for 96 cents.
Do you know, I looked up our local equivalent of your Home Depot, which is called Bunnings, and you can't get packs of paint sticks. You can get them for $1.82 each.
Oh my gosh! What about your Amazon? Lizzie and Aaron get theirs on Amazon.
Oh, I bet that would cost me a pretty penny. Oh.
So Potter asked me, I don't even know, 2 weeks ago, have you ever done a 5-tier tray? I'm like, nope, but I'm willing to do a challenge. So I posted it on Marketplace and sold 6 of them, and now I have sold 8 of them. But now I have a picture, I think Potter has it too, of the dimensions, because the picture that it's at looks, I guess, way bigger. And somebody said, I'd like to buy that bookcase. And I go, or bookshelf. I said, I don't know. And she goes, no, the white one, blah, blah, blah. And so it's 5 by 4 or whatever. So,
well, there are miniature books. I've got some of them. Just going to pop this in here. Oh, I have to do it in 2.
We're going to paint the paint sticks. First, Waverly.
First, Waverly. Waverly Antique, you mean? Wax.
Waverly Wax Antique. Yes.
And what were you going to paint? Celery?
Oh, the egg. Thank you for reminding.
All right. Sorry.
I'm going to look at to make sure that it had enough green, but it does, so it would look really good. So, oh, Potter, you're so right. I need you right.
What?
Everything.
No.
Be on track. Yes, you do.
So I've just put up there about how to win a Peepsy.
Yes. Yes. I need the Pepsis in my life. So if you would all follow Pepsi.com and what's it say?
No, you just, so I'll read out exactly what it says. Okay. You've only got until March 31st, and this is only for people who are citizens of the contiguous United States of America.
Gotcha.
So you have to share a photo of yourself enjoying a Peeps in the spring sunshine on Twitter and or Instagram, tagging at Pepsi and using hashtag hanging with my peeps and hashtag Pepsi sweepstakes. And then you'll get entered into it.
Right.
Think how many things you can have. You could be with a whole family of peeps.
I've got to do it. And how many exclusive ones did they send out? Did she say?
I don't know. Lavender Flower may know, but you see, I can't go to Pepsi.com in Australia. It's blocked for me.
Oh.
It sends me to PepsiCo on Facebook for the Australian page, which is run by Asahi, I think, which is, I think, a Japanese beer manufacturer.
Well, I've got to go find my Peep shirt, hanging with my Peeps shirt, and then gather all the Peeps around my house and take a selfie and win that dang exclusive thing.
Yep. Have you got Twitter?
Yes, but I was trying to change I couldn't remember my password, and it was going to my old Comcast email, so I got to figure all that out.
It says
Instagram.
Yeah, Twitter and or Instagram.
Yeah,
so
I have Instagram. So.
And you can't get more than one entry. I think that's the thing. Like it's no good like putting it everywhere, posting daily. But if everyone posted and then if they won, they maybe donated one of the cans to you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'll do my crafts instead. All right. That is it.
Yes.
Okay.
Tobert says, check your local Home Depot, Lowe's, etc. in the scrap bin. Lots of reusable material. Just saying.
Yes. I saw a fellow crafter. It wasn't near me, but she went to the back where all the scraps were, and she happened to have a truck where I don't have a truck, but hey, I've hauled 2 of those
pallets.
Thank you. So I do have plenty of room back there, but they said take it all, so she did.
Wow. The only place I've seen here in Australia was a Perspex place. I got all the scraps out of their bin at the front, but I don't think Bunnings has a scraps bin.
Oh, Potter, I was going to ask you, how do you pronounce the number 18?
18.
Okay. This guy, last night at the crawfish boil, he comes up to my friends that are from South Africa, and he goes, I know how to say 18 in Australian, thinking that they're from Australian, and I guess, right, Australian and South Africans get that quite a bit or something? Or do you get, or South Africans get that they're from London, right?
Well, I don't know. I can tell a South African accent a mile away. I have an aversion to South Africans. I'm just going to say that because I've met a few nasty ones.
My friends are delightful, and they're the ones that had us over for the baked.
Oh, that's right. The lamb.
Oh, it was so good. So Heather, this guy was pretty deep in his cups already, and she said, okay, and he goes, it's like AR, artine. And he goes, so how do you say it? And she goes, 18. And he goes, no, artine. And she goes, no, it's pronounced 18. He was so proud of himself that he learned how to say artine, like South Africans or Australians. And she goes, I'm pretty sure I've never heard a South African or a Australian pronounce 18 like artine. So.
That may be how his head hears it.
He actually said AR, artine. I'm like, oh my Lord. All right. So we'll.
And well, I can tell you New Zealanders say certain things differently.
Ah.
So.
Hi, Tracy.
So, for instance, the letters SIX, how would you say that?
6.
6, yep. Mm-hmm. New Zealanders say sex.
Ah, so it sounds like they're having sex. How do they pronounce SEX?
I don't know. Sex, I think. Okay. Yeah, and fish and chips are fish and chops.
Oh my gosh! I threw that bottle away, and it probably has a couple more strokes in it. So
don't throw anything away.
Exactly. You're Okay, guys.
So that was the DIY celery, right?
Yes. Okay. It'll dry a little bit lighter shade than that.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize because I usually take my bath at night. So last night I'm going over to the crawfish boil, and my nails look like I've cut them this morning, but they had the Waverly antique wax because we had been waxing all day and using the dollar. I'm looking down here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my spray bottle. There it is. And then when you're tearing apart the crawfish,
it gets on them
under your nail and burn. Oh, I got some pictures to show you. We had a good time. Good time.
That's good.
Okay. We're going to do I'm going to put this over to dry real quick. Tracy, is your weather back to being okay? Her and her little dog, Winnie. Oh, wait. Let me think of the middle name. Winnie. Nope, can't think of the middle name. Tell us what Winnie's middle name is again. Hey, Pete, check your local Home Depot. Okay. We read that. Yeah, she was having awful weather, and so was Heather and White Tiger.
No.
Crayfish. I'm not.
Yeah. Newfoundland. It's not crab. It's it's a crayfish. Is a freshwater crustacean, and they come in various different sizes. So, like for instance, in Australia, the freshwater ones are called yabbies, which are really little, or marrons, and then there's other ones called crayfish.
Here's us in the golf cart before we left.
Oh, gorgeous!
And then this my dear friends are who lost Fletcher that I took his senior pictures, and it was the first time we saw each other, and they lost 43 weeks ago, so we got a good hug. They changed out their dining room into a poker room. Can you see that?
Oh my God.
It is so awesome. So I sent a picture to my son knowing that he would love it. There's the crawfish.
Right. What's the white stuff on top?
A paper towel. They were heading to the trash, and I said, wait, I got to get a picture. And there's Heather from South Africa, and Bob and I. And then my daughter sent me that. Her roommate, Kate, and her sister, Maddie, their dad gave them all 12 balls and paid for a round of golf for them yesterday. That's Lucy and Heather that we go out to dinner with almost every Friday. And then Bob and I laughing.
So cute.
The backyard, they had barn windows. Can you kind of see that? That goes over their big TV. And then a gazebo with little lightweight.
Is it a bed?
No, it's a couch.
Right.
And then they started their what kind of
fire pit thingy.
And then see how pretty the lights are at night. And there's the little look inside that little couch. But I took a picture because she made that light is made out of an upside down tomato plant and paint sticks, I think. So
you mean like a topiary for a tomato plant?
So I'm going to be copying that.
I've used those to make a Christmas tree a long time ago.
Ooh. And then I met up with somebody that used to do marketing. So when I had my retail business, she did my, I have some back here. Let me see. Where are those? She did hot pink teas.
Wow.
And had teas gift baskets in my address and my website, and 2004 NFL and MLB gift basket company put on there.
Wow.
But I still have your pens. I bet they're dried up because it's been since 2005. But cute.
Yes.
But now she does. She goes all over the world and teaches mosaic tiles. And so I said, I don't know if you would have. She also golfs out here. So I said, I don't know if you would have time to be my guest to come on my show to teach a show, but that would be awesome. So
that would.
Yeah, Facebook. I said, I think we're friends on Facebook. Well, Facebook deleted my old account in October, and I tried to tag Facebook. I know. I tried to tag 3 people in my photos and found out that.
Okay, I have to interrupt.
Yeah.
Karen Lynn has arrived, and I thought you said that she was not to come.
Grounded. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be sleeping. What do you have to say for yourself, little missy?
She says, just resting in recliner.
Girl.
You're not just resting because you're typing.
I told you not to set that alarm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that was urgent business.
Yes. Oh, gosh. So when I went to go type their names, I found out that I could message them, but it says, you are not friends with this person. And so the 3 people I talked to, I said, hey, we're not friends anymore because of Facebook. So they all 3 asked me to be their friend. So I said, hey, if you have any time, I would love for you to come on my channel.
Yeah.
So, and I saw that we're up to 385. Woot woot. We've never been that high before of subscribers.
I think we've been 385, but it was a long time ago.
Oh, I thought 383 was as high as we went, and then
it would have been when it wasn't being counted. It was on one of those days where it was looking like a roller coaster.
Gotcha.
I'll just go back and just read these things because you asked a question. Tracy said it was ugly this morning. And Winnie's middle name is Belle.
Winnie Belle. So cute.
And then Tobit says, oh, okay, I didn't know that. Thank you. I love seafood. I don't know if we explained it properly, but maybe you could tell by the scraps of the crawfish underneath the paper towel that I was imagining you were going to say, that's just a mess of mayonnaise or something.
No, you got
Suzanne.
Paper clips.
Suzanne Huggins is here. Hello, Alaskan Craft Queen. And Karen Lynn says, I knew I'd get in trouble.
You shouldn't have ever typed in here.
Tobit says, every home needs a recliner. We have 3. Trust Story. What does that mean? What's Trust Story?
Maybe it's the brand. I don't know. I have one that I do my leg cuff in every night for 2 hours. My daughter's like, Mom, this does not look good here in the living room because it used to be up here in this front room.
Right.
Until I turned it in.
So what if it doesn't look good? It's practical.
That's right. I just ordered our Easter meal. We're going to my sister's Saturday, and her husband's from Louisiana, so we don't know if we'll probably have either a crawfish boil or gumbo or both. So we're going to have the pineapple ham crock pot meal here with mashers and just with Abby and Bob Sunday. That's next Sunday, right? Not this, right?
What are you saying again? Sorry?
No, it is next Sunday. Easter is next Sunday. Because today is Palm Sunday. Okay. All right. So we will have we had a little group last Easter too because of the ickies. But we'll be at my house Saturday.
Thank you, Karen Lynn. She meant true story. It was a typo. True story. We have 3. That makes sense now.
And with your lungs, it feels better for you to sleep in there, or do you try to go to sleep in bed, or when you wake up, you go to your recliner, or do you like, some people like sleeping in them, especially if they have COPD or lung problems?
Well, I'm going to wait for her to officially answer, but I know the answer because we've had big, long discussions about this privately between ourselves. Hello, Shari Duval.
Hello, and she is in Canada, Ontario, I believe, or she's outside of Ontario and says whatever laws they come up with, her town follows, right?
I thought Tobit Flanders was in Ontario.
Maybe they're neighbors. I didn't see that until this morning when I get my live to finally stop saying processing video. So I think that's what Sherry said. We were talking about daylight savings time and stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting confused between the 2 of them because I know there was discussion with that, and I was like, how outrageous, these people not liking daylight saving. Shari says she's in Ontario, so you got that completely correctly. I know that Toba is a Newfoundlander, but I think, yes, she's also in Ontario, Canada. She says, me and Shari be neighbors.
That'll be cool if you ever meet up. Me and Leslie were supposed to do lunch on Friday, but then she might have already flown to back to Ohio, and
oh no.
So the only day I could do it this that I have off is Wednesday, so I'll keep you posted on that.
It's snowing there today.
Oh my gosh!
In Ontario, Canada.
Is Ontario by the Canadian Falls? Because if so, I've been there lots of times in your city. And
Niagara Falls, you mean?
Well, there's Niagara Falls and then Canadian Falls.
Oh.
Across the border, and I love the Canadian Falls because your flowers and your landscape is so beautiful. They up really nice.
The autumn landscape.
Spring. I was over there at all times. My ex his family still lived up there, so I didn't know that it was 2 for 1 beer up there. You drink 1 beer, but it's like you're drinking 2 beer because it's from Canada.
You mean it's got a bigger alcohol content?
Yeah. So people from Buffalo and stuff go across the border to get the better beer.
Well, you have very high alcohol content beers in America. I know this because I used to, with a passion, and I actually made a database for them too, listen to True Crime Brewery. You know, that it was a podcast. And it's these 2 people. He's a doctor, and they've retired, and they were in Maine, but they've moved to New Mexico. And he is into beer in a major way. So every podcast he does a review of a beer, and he's really into the artisan beers, and they're really high alcohol content. It's unbelievable.
The beers are very high right?
Yeah.
The IPA is as high as you can get, I think. I have never, ever been to Niagara Falls yet. Am I? Yes, okay, so don't you
But
just
you were
have to
saying,
cross that little border, Sherry? Don't you have to just cross your Canadian border to go over to the Canadian side? No desire? Is it the Canadian or the American side is who has Maid of the Mist, right? You've never been on the Maid of the Mist? I've been several times.
but the Canadians have got their own boats, but I don't think she's even been down that, because Ontario is a really big state.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
So it's like that's sort of down the bottom, and then that next to that is St. Catharines, and then you have to go around. Just further round is Scarborough, which is into.
How do you know so much, Potter?
True crime, because of Russell Williams and other people, and because of my favourite detective, Jim Smythe. I love him. And yeah, I like to look at maps and things. Karen knows this because I'm just fascinated with things from above.
Yes, Karen. If you want to read that, read from Karen Lynn. She's asked for prayers for her daughter.
Yes. If I can please ask for prayers and positive vibes for my daughter who tested for COVID yesterday.
Yes.
I'm sure she will be good. She has the chills and a headache, but nothing too bad so far. Is that correct, Karen Lynn? And her boyfriend had it before her, so I don't know what symptoms he's got.
Yes, I had chills, a really piercing headache, and very, very tired.
Yeah, so anyway, Karen Lynn, she said she prefers the recliner because it's very comfortable. And yes, it was, remember when my crazy life got pneumonia, which she gets all the time as well, and then she was talking about how she was sleeping upright, and so I was talking to Carolyn about that because she also has pneumonia, which she still hasn't recovered from, but she said she's feeling a little bit better, and she said, you know, we've got 2 recliners, but they're in the TV room. I don't want to go in there and disturb Jeff if he's watching TV. And I just said, get your son to move a recliner into the den. And she did. But she's now said, I think I'm actually going to need a hospital bed because I must have maneuvered the recliner into a flat position while I was asleep. And I awakened and was coughing my head off. See, that's why they like sleeping upright, because it helps with them not getting congested. And I'm like, so is it broken? Can it not come back up? She needs one of the men in her house to fix it for her. I feel like I wish I had a phone number. I'd ring them myself. But anyway, now she's gone off to make tea.
Yay.
So she's missing all this. Yeah, she said, yes, she has chills, cough, headache, severe body ache. Sounds very similar to yours, Tammy. How long did yours last?
About 7 days. Like, I didn't have an appetite for 5 days. I had 5 pieces of toast in 5 days. Lost 10 pounds. That was good, but I gained it right back. But I didn't have my energy back. I didn't feel like myself for about 9 days. And Bob was probably 5 days. He had the no taste, no smell thing for 2 of the days, but then really didn't enjoy wine or anything for a total of 5 days. Oh, he's taking the dogs for a walk here.
Yep, we can hear Lulu and Toppy saying, we're going, bye, see ya.
Because we we're only going to be gone for 2. I hate when you turn one over and you forgot, you missed it. So we thought, we didn't turn on any lights or anything. We thought we were going to be home in a couple hours, and we left at 4:30 maybe.
Yes.
Until it got dark, and It was probably 9 o'clock. Not a light on.
I knew. Were you the last to leave?
No.
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time we were the last to leave.
It's just that you were saying, oh, we don't really want to go. And I thought, yeah, they're going to be there really late.
He said, T, with 100 people, they wouldn't notice. I'm like, we are going, and I'm so glad we did. And there was little phyllo cups with Philly cream, and somebody had chopped up little bits of pecans, and then 3 little cherries on the top that you put in like a cherry pie filling. So good.
Shari says, I'm always the last to leave too, most times. Tobit said, I travelled to Canada and volunteered at 7. I met a young man from Ontario. 42 years later, we be just us and 2 amazing kids. My family is all back home.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's 45 minutes.
Okay.
Do you have the words handy?
I do. Potter's also been giving me how I've been reading. I said, I don't know if this is the first time go around or the second time. Now she's been giving me all the words as well, so we can.
It's easy to find out. I just look on the spreadsheet.
Okay. I know I had your thing in here. Oh, there they are.
Shari is saying hi at Lapdog.
Hi, Lapdog.
And that's interesting because I can't see Lapdog.
352. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see him on the StreamYards, but not the other, which means Lapdog must have me blocked.
Lapdog, unblock Potter Lynn. The Q words the last 2 times were quick-witted, quick thinking, quality, queen, quench, and quest. So today's letter, girls and boys. Oh, and let me go through more, because there was quick-witted, quick thinking, quality of time, quality of life, queen, quench, quest. Today's are question things. Don't just eat it. Somebody tells you something, that didn't sound right, that didn't look right, that didn't feel right. Question it. And as older people, don't you wish me personally, being 57, grew up in you trust your elders, you respect your elders, you respect your teachers, and we were a very respectful generation. And not that I wish to go repeat and not be those things, like I see some of the kids being to substitute teachers and their teachers today. I'm just wishing I had questioned a little bit more. This doesn't feel right. I don't think what you're saying is actually the truth. So just do a little more questioning. Even as adults, we can do that. Quaint. I love quaint. Like when I went to Ontario, it was Christmas time. There was trees with white lights. It was just so quaint. And and you can find quaintness in everyday, on your everyday walk. Oh, isn't that quaint? Or you know what I'm saying. And then a word that is never associated with me, quiet. It's very good to be quiet and still and be with him and spend some time in being quiet. And somebody, oh gosh, it was probably 6 months ago, said, that's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen more and speak less. So let's hear you did, Waverly Pool Girl. Let me say thank you to Smoothie King for sponsoring Crafty Peep this month. And if you are over on FM 2094 in Marina Bay Drive, first subscribe to Crafty Peep, then mention Crafty Peep, and you will get $1 off. This small one is $4.96 when your dollar comes off. Yum, yum. I'll go over there Wednesday. So, Waverly Pool Girl, so you are local girl.
Well, I don't know if she went to that Smoothie King.
Oh.
Which Smoothie not. King? Yeah.
Maybe Waverly Pool Girl. Thank you, Potter, for putting that in there. I'm going to run the heat gun over these. So let's see your cue words, guys. I don't have anyone blocked. Don't even know how to do that. Sometimes it happens accidentally when you're scrolling down comments. Your finger lands on somebody, and then you look away or whatever, and you block that person. Quackers, good one, Margie. No, I'm not. No, I'm not in Texas though. Gotcha. You can see him now. You can see Lapdog now, Potter.
I can.
Queen, Quaver.
That looks like a Jack Russell on Lapdog's little avatar.
I think Bob used to have a Jack Russell name. Oh, I forget what's the name. It was BT before Tammy. It was so funny. Most of the crawfish boil was golfers, female and male. But a lot of the guys I have not met before. So I'm standing next to this guy that used to go to dinner with us on Fridays. And I'm friends with his wife, so I'm asking her how she's doing and blah, blah, blah. And I turned to this guy, and he's sitting right next to Bob, and he's got a humongous ankle, like it looks like a cankle. It kind of looks like lymphedema, but I could tell his calf and stuff wasn't lymphedema. And he said, "Yep, oh, Toby ran over my ankle on his golf cart this week, and now I'm all swollen, and I have 2 broken toes, and this and that." So I look at him. I look over to look at his ankle or whatever, and he said, "Are we good?" Like to me, I go, "Yeah." And so I'm thinking it's this guy that I met 29 years ago when Bob and I were dating, and he's 20 years older than me. And so he said, I guess Bob must have said, "Well, we're engaged, we're getting married." And he said something like, "So you're going to marry your daughter or something." Well, I was highly offended to that. And I have not seen this guy for 29 years, but I know Bob still gossips with him. And so I asked the guy I'm standing by, I said, "Is that Jeff over there?" And he said, "No, that's Rick." So later on in the night, the guy Rick that has a very sprained and swollen ankle said, "You sure we're good?" I said, "We're so good." And so he comes up and hugs me. Now I'm not even met him at this point, but we're friendly, we're good. So he goes, "Well, I was telling Scott." Oh, he goes, "Robin, I was telling Scott that I swear I stop at that stop sign every time now." So I get back to my table. And I said, "That guy thinks I'm Scott's wife." And Bob goes, "Well, yeah, you were standing by him for an hour right when we got here." And so I said, he was saying something about, "I promise I stop at the stop sign every time." Well, they crack up. I guess he had the golf cart people have the right of way here in our neighborhood since they're going on to the next hole, but you are supposed to slow down at the stop signs and look both ways or whatever. Well, I guess he just went through the stop sign, and Robin just happened to be coming out her neighborhood at that stop sign and got out of her car and was screaming. She didn't know who she was yelling at. Just, there's a stop sign here. You need to stop. So I said, when he gets back over here, just go with it. Just act like I'm Robin. And I'm going to say, hey, we're not okay. That I just realized it was you that did not stop or whatever. Well, Scott wasn't playing. So he said, hey, that's Bobby's wife. Robin is at home or whatever. I'm like, dang it, Scott. I wanted to get him. So
yeah, but what's wrong with Rick? Does he think all women look alike?
Well, I guess maybe. Well, Robin does have natural curly hair, but it's way lighter than mine, and she's probably 5'1", where I'm 5'3". So it was so funny. Everybody had a good laugh over that.
Okay, now just serious for a moment. Harry Lizardette has said, hi, Tammy. If you see Fletcher's mum and dad, please let them know how sorry my son, a kindergarten friend, and I are for their loss. I'll never forget that little doll boy. So beautiful.
Oh, Harry Lizardette, thank you so much for being in here. We've missed you.
Yes, we have.
And we cry. I can cry right now thinking about it. Because I hadn't seen her, and we cried, and she hugged. Oh, my gosh. But I sure will. If you want to message me privately so she knows who I'm talking about, if she wouldn't know who Harry Lizardette was. It was so glad to see her, and she put his picture on her back of her Christmas card. She said so many people didn't know because it was during, the funeral was during COVID. And so she said, I hope you don't mind or think it's weird, but I'm probably going to use your picture every year for Christmas. I said, I would be honored. And so if you know her daughter as well, Harry Lizardette, she's a senior. She got a basketball scholarship to a little university. So I think she'll be 3 hours away. She hugged me. She's going into pre-med. I mean, just awesome. But my heart just aches for them. So, all right, we have more keywords that got put down, Potter.
Oh, we got distracted. I think there's been a whole lot of it's the keywords have brought up the idea of mother-in-laws being quackers and belonging in a quackery, and then everyone has agreed they've all got bad mother-in-laws. So
I have 2 great mother-in-laws. But that's what, do you call them quackers over there? Meaning they're crazy? Is that what that means?
I think she was just being using a bit of license.
Oh, okay.
And Waverly Pool Girl's in America because she's got Smoothie Girl. I mean, Smoothie King. Smoothie Girl. I've invented I'm going to open a franchise in Australia. It's going to be called Smoothie Girl. Yeah, so then we've got Tobit said quacks, quinoa, and quirky.
Ooh, I love quinoa. Quinoa, yeah, the little bitty.
Quinoa. Yeah, when it first came out, well, it's been around forever, but when it first became a thing, I used to say quinoa. Is it quinoa?
Yeah, that's funny.
Now I'm with it. I say quinoa, just like everyone else.
But I'm on this Facebook group, and it's a Galveston County Facebook group, I think. And the women on there, I think, are way younger than me because they talk about different positions, if you know what I mean. And but they talk about their mother-in-law, and then I think there was 10,000 women on this group, and it was, who's the best pediatrician, who's the best hairstylist, kind of thing. It was kind of like meant for a referral thing. Well, it's turned into a how dare you my mother-in-law found out that, what I said on here, and she goes, well, if you didn't want anything to get back to her, why would you say it to 10,000 strangers? But we're all in the same county, and think not one, the world is small. Think that one person wouldn't know by your last name who your mother-in-law was. I'm like, woo, drama.
Oh yeah, and I've got that wrong because Waverly Pool Girl said, what was the name of the guy that made the mistake? And the guy's name, I thought his name was Rick, but it's not, is it?
Yes.
It Jeff.
No, it is. Jeff is who said you're marrying your daughter or somebody your daughter's age.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so yes. So that was another doofus. Anyway, she says, oh, I thought his name was Jeff. I thought, well, that sounds like a Jeff. Sorry to any good Jeffs out there.
Carolyn has a good Jeff. When he's not saying she's spending too much at Dollar Tree.
So we've got
to do what, 6 more sets of these if I need wait, I'm doing 8 sets. 7 more sets of 4 jumbo things.
It's now an hour.
Okay.
So some other ones are, I wrote down Quairading, which no one would know at all what that is. But Quairading is a place in Western Australia. And in 1968, they had a massive earthquake there. And the whole ground opened up. And you can still see all the big cracks.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, even now. So, and I remember the earthquake because you could feel it in Perth, which is some like hundreds of kilometers away. Then there's Quintessential. Shari saying, good old drama, lol. Carolyn says, sorry, I've been listening. Accidentally heated my tea in microwave for too long.
Hope you didn't burn yourself. The sun of where we were last night, the sun was, they had Jello shots with tequila and red Kool-Aid, I guess. And I didn't do any. I think Bob did one, but I guess the younger crowd back watching the crawfish were doing a lot. And he has 2nd-degree burns on his ankle from the crawfish oil. Can you imagine how that hurt? So they were like, there's a doctor in the house. So Bob, told him, don't put water on it, just get ice on it. And I said, isn't Silverdine what he needs for tomorrow? And he said, if he can get Silverdine over the counter, but I think he's going to have to get his doctor to call him in Silverdine. So, because I'm a doctor, I told Carolyn, doctor wife's orders, stay in bed and get some sleep. And the mom said, no sympathy. If he's stupid enough to stay over there and do Jello shots and handle the hot grease. I said, hey, take 3 Tylenol tonight because that is going to start pounding. How when you get a burn, it
Did you tell him to put mustard on it?
No, Bob said, but I met somebody I went to go get my my slaw, and I said, you look familiar. She said, you do too. And it was the house that was hosting us, boss. And I said, and I knew she worked for a dentist. I said, oh, I recognize your name now. You're Dr. blah, blah, blah. And she is a crafter. So I told her to check out my channel. And you were talking about glue gun burns. And she goes, oh, they're the worst. I said, well, let me tell you, the last time I had a bad one, somebody, one of my moderators told me to get French's mustard out of the refrigerator, and I rubbed it together. The pain went away. I never had the throbbing, and I never had a blister. She's like, French mustard? I said, yeah, I saw it online the other day too, and people swear by it, so it works. All right. I'm looking for my wipes.
Caroline is saying that that they are probably going to test her for COVID tomorrow, just as precaution. And then
you've been around your daughter, right?
She says, actually, Jeff is being a bit of a jerk right now. Sorry, I know we aren't doing J words.
We can do J words.
She didn't say her usual today. She didn't say the letter of the day is I. I was waiting for it. She said it 3 days in a row, I think.
Yeah, Mom. I was talking to Mom, and she goes, "If you can't tell, Daddy's on my last nerve." I said, "Well, Bob's kind of on mine this today too," and it was. I said we need to get that cleared out, the patio over by the garage. And he goes, "Nothing over there is mine." I realized that. So he moved, yeah. So he moved the wood that I got, and where we're going to put that, I said, just back in the storage until Easter's over, and then we'll put it up in the attic. So, yeah, they can be little jerks sometimes, can't they?
Yeah. Well,
they're not angels, but I'm not either. So we give each other grace.
The first, my best friend, I shared a flat with him when I first moved out, and anyway, it was his turn to do some cleaning. He never did any, and so he decided he'd clean the bathroom, but he didn't clean the bath. And I said, "The bath? You didn't clean the bath?" And he said, "Well, I don't use it."
Oh!
And I said, "You know, there's dust in it. You know, it's like you don't just leave the bath there to accumulate whatever." You know, bits of skin have come off your body when you rubbed it with the towel after the shower. It was just so funny. It just, you know, that was like set me up for what men were like, really.
I don't use the opposite side of the commode lid either, but I have to clean it because you don't aim good enough.
Yeah.
Do we need to put Cheerios in here like little 5-year-olds so we can
Carolyn says yes, little jerks and big jerks.
We were saying, I don't know how old your son is, Carolyn. I haven't paid attention. I just knew how old your daughter is. And last night, one of our friends that goes to dinner with us on Fridays, she goes, "Oh, I call my son and daughter every day." And she goes, and she said, "My daughter has called me 3 times while we've been here because she wants to show me all her plants and stuff because they love to garden. Both of them love to garden stuff." She said, "My son is like, 'Hi, Mom. What do you need, Mom?' And she's like, 'Just popping in to say hi. Love you.'" And I said, I was teaching math the other day, and my son teaches intermediate math. So I said, "Hey, I'm teaching math." He says, "Cool," or whatever. I said, "He's letting them take it a quiz 3 times. Do you?" "No, that's nice." And so I said, "Why don't you ever call your mama?" And he goes, "I guess life just gets too busy." I said, "Well, he texts my husband all the time, but he does not text
his own mother.
But sometimes he doesn't even answer my text if I say, 'Hey, I know you guys don't have off the Friday for Easter, but know that you're more than welcome to come down.'" Still haven't heard, but I'm assuming they're not going to drive 12 hours to be down here for a few hours. So she goes, "No, just start calling him, around 4:45 when you know he's probably driving home, and talk to him for 2 minutes." She said, "Sometimes they won't get it." She said, "I know I've been guilty of," I said, "Oh, I don't talk to my mom once a day, but several times a week." Yeah. And so we were talking about the difference between boys and girls.
I just remember whenever I used to ring my mum, she'd always answer the phone in a panic voice. "What's wrong? What's happened?" And I just proved that, I used to call her when I was, in trouble, and that's not right. I took advantage of her. So, yeah, when I hear people ignoring their parents, I think, oh, you do not know what it's like, you know, when you lose them.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mums are the best.
You see the jumbo antique those again, and then this time I'll be marking them because I just eyed it last time. But since I have 8 sets to do, I'm going to put like I'm going to use a measuring stick, probably one that I haven't painted on yet. See, it's 1 through 20 inches. It goes to 14 inches to there. And put a little dot where the dot of hot glue is going to go. And the measuring, even though you can't see which side, well, you can barely see right there. That's going to go on the inside, so you're not even going to see that. All right, so I'm going to put those together, and we will have a pre-recorded video on finishing or starting those urns that the flower arrangements came on tomorrow at 3, and then we will be live at 7. So until then, stay crafty, stay kind, and thank you, Potter Lynn, for coming up on the panel. Welcome back. Welcome back, Harry Lizardette. CB of your condolence too. Thank you all my peeps in chat. Thank you all to my peep posse, my moderators. Karen Lynn, get back to bed.
And best wishes for your daughter. And it will be fine tomorrow, but just keep us with you.
We need you to stay healthy. We love you so much. Bye, guys. Had fun again. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Love you, Potter. Thank you so much.